Welcome to Copilot Podcasts. Imagine owning a character so powerful it took two comic book giants to share custody. Today, we're diving into the fascinating story of Access, the only superhero jointly owned by both Marvel and DC Comics. We'll explore how this unique character bridges universes, prevents cosmic catastrophes, and represents an unprecedented collaboration in comic book history.
And what's really mind-blowing is that this character was born out of one of the most challenging periods in comic book history.
Oh yeah? Tell me more about that.
Well, it was during the great comic book crash of the 1990s. Sales were plummeting, and publishers were trying everything to keep readers engaged. We're talking about killing Superman, replacing Spider-Man with a clone. Pretty desperate times.
Wait, so Access was created as a sales gimmick?
Actually, he became something much more significant. Access, or Axel Asher as he's known in his civilian life, first appeared in DC vs. Marvel Nucker 1 in 1996.
And what's his story?
He was just a regular teenager in New York when he encountered this mysterious homeless man in an alley. The man was protecting what looked like a cardboard box, but it was actually a portal between universes.
A cardboard box? That's surprisingly low-tech for a cosmic portal.
Right. But here's where it gets interesting. That homeless man revealed that Axel was next in line to become the Access, the guardian responsible for keeping the Marvel and DC universes separate.
Okay, but why do the universes need to be kept separate?
Because of these cosmic entities called the Brothers, one representing the Marvel universe, the other representing DC. According to the story, they were originally one universe that split in two when the brothers first fought.
Hold up, are you saying the Marvel and DC universes used to be one?
That's the mythology, yeah. And both Access and that cardboard box, they're fragments of that original unified universe.
That's actually pretty deep. It's like a meta-commentary on the whole comic book industry.
Exactly. And Access's powers reflect that. He can create interdimensional gateways between the universes and even merge characters from both universes together.
Wait, merge characters? What do you mean?
Oh, this is where it gets wild. During one storyline, the universes combined into what was called the Amalgam Universe. We got combinations like Darkclaw, a merger of Wolverine and Batman.
That sounds actually pretty awesome.
It was. We also got Super Soldier, combining Captain America and Superman, and Dr. Doomsday, a mix of Dr. Doom and Doomsday.
But I'm guessing these mergers weren't supposed to happen?
No, they weren't. Access's job is actually to prevent these universes from merging. If he stays in one place too long, he can cause spontaneous crossovers.
So he's basically a cosmic maintenance worker?
More like a Universal Border Patrol agent. He has to keep moving between universes, making sure nothing crosses over that shouldn't.
You mentioned earlier that Access is jointly owned by Marvel and DC. How unusual is that?
It's completely unprecedented. Out of thousands of characters created by both companies, Access is the only one legally owned by both Marvel and DC Entertainment.
That's fascinating. And speaking of crossovers, I hear there's some exciting stuff happening right now between Marvel and DC?
Yes, for the first time in years, we're seeing official crossovers again. Batman and Deadpool just had a series of specials, and there's more coming.
Really? What's in the works?
Well, in spring 2026, we're getting Superman Spider-Man Nug 1 from DC and Spider-Man Superman Nug 1 from Marvel. It's actually time to celebrate the 50th anniversary of their first meeting.
Wait, their first meeting was 50 years ago?
Yep. Superman vs. The Amazing Spider-Man came out in 1976. It was the first official crossover between Marvel and DC.
And now they're doing it again. But where's Access in all this?
That's the interesting thing. He hasn't been mentioned in any of the new crossover announcements. Some fans are wondering if he'll make a surprise appearance.
Well, according to the lore, he must be involved somehow, right? Since he manages all the crossovers?
Exactly. In the comics, it's explained that Access usually works behind the scenes. When crossovers happen, he's involved without anyone noticing.
That's a clever way to explain all these crossovers.
And get this, once Access restores the timelines, the participants actually forget about the crossover.
So that's why Superman doesn't remember meeting Spider-Man in regular comics.
Precisely. Though there was one time when Access needed help from specific heroes, Batman and Captain America.
Oh? What happened there?
He brought them to meet the Brothers, those cosmic entities we talked about earlier. By showing the Brothers these heroes' life stories, he convinced them to stop fighting.
So Batman and Cap basically prevented a universal catastrophe?
Yeah, because the last time the brothers fought, it literally caused the Big Bang and split one universe into two.
That's quite a high-stakes negotiation.
And it really shows why Access is so important. He's not just maintaining boundaries, he's preventing cosmic-scale disasters.
You know what's interesting? Access seems like a metaphor for collaboration itself.
How do you mean?
Well, think about it. He's jointly owned by two competing companies, his power comes from unity rather than division, and he works to bring different worlds together in a controlled way.
That's a really interesting perspective, and it's particularly relevant now with all these new crossovers happening.
Speaking of which, what other crossovers are fans hoping for?
There's a lot of excitement about potential team-ups. Some fans are hoping for Black Panther and Aquaman, or Supergirl and She-Hulk.
Those actually sound pretty awesome. Any others?
There's talk about Iron Man and Mr. Terrific teaming up. They're both tech geniuses, so it could be really interesting.
You know, all of this really shows how far we've come from the days of the comic book crash that created Access.
Absolutely. What started as a sales-boosting gimmick became something much more meaningful.
And created this fascinating character who's literally the bridge between two universes.
A character who reminds us that sometimes the most interesting stories happen when different worlds collide.
So when you step back from all this, what's the bigger picture here?
I think Access represents something really powerful. The idea that competition doesn't have to mean conflict. Sometimes it can lead to amazing collaborations.
And maybe that's why fans are so excited about these new crossovers.
Exactly. It's not just about seeing our favorite heroes team up. It's about seeing two creative universes come together to tell new stories.
Well, that brings us to the end of today's episode of Copilot Podcasts. Next time you see a Marvel DC crossover, remember, somewhere out there, Access is probably making it happen.
And maybe forgetting about it right after.
Just like he's supposed to. Thanks for listening, everyone.